Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sick of Shit Broadcasting. I'm the host of the program, Mr. Sick of Shit. And let me tell you, there is lots of shit to be sick of. And there are people, not just in this country, but all over the world that are sick of some shit, let me tell you. Before we go any further, this is the program that has the very real potential to clear up not only every brainwashed mind in the country, but possibly even in the world. Please help get these messages out. Share, like, subscribe, comment as much as you want. All these things help to get these videos circulated and more people see and hear the message. Continued chaos erupts not only in Cuba but around the world as thousands of Cubans are protesting, carrying both Cuban and American flags. These poor people, it's sad, it really is. They still believe that the American flag is a symbol of freedom. It's not anymore. It hasn't been for a little while now. Dozens have been arrested and at least one person has been killed, while the Cuban government decides they're going to try and silence everyone by shutting down the internet. Well, it doesn't appear to be working, thank God. And, South Africa. I don't know how many of you are aware of what's been going on in South Africa for a few years now, but the previous government that is no longer in power at this point has been passing very racist laws against non-pigmented citizens of South Africa, including taking farms from non-pigmented farmers simply because they have a lot less pigment than the majority. And the president, who was responsible for a lot of that, has been imprisoned. I'm not so sure that's a bad thing, but he obviously did a lot of brainwashing on a lot of the people in South Africa. They're very angry about this, and not only are they protesting, but looters are running rampant all over the place. I mean, it's amazing. Go on YouTube and look at the at the footage. It looks a lot like the United States did not too long ago. Food and fuel shortage looms in South Africa after logistics networks are wrecked by rioters. The new president is deploying 25,000 troops to end the chaotic rioting. It's just... Oh, and of course, with everything that's going on in Cuba, these poor people being under what has been called socialist, either way you cut it, doesn't matter, socialist, communist, it's all the same. The end result is always the same. Of course, American liberals remaining silent on anything with reference to the protesting. BLM, however, is praising the Cuban government. They're getting a hell of a lot of backlash on social media from that. Hopefully, people are going to finally come to realize that these people are not who they thought they were. Lebanese riot police clash with families of blast victims, protesting in Beirut as well. Plans for injections of teens triggers huge protests in Greece. Can't say that I blame them. We all know what that's going to be, what it's going to do, what it's designed for. Macron receives backlash from French protesters for a CV-19 health pass. I wonder why. Then, of course, as if all that's not bad enough, Canada is just going absolutely nuts. They have, of course, been doing that for quite a little bit now. Canadians burn churches to the ground in anti-church hate crime wave. Don't think that this kind of thing is not coming to the United States, because trust me, it is. Nonprofit finds at least 45 Canadian churches either burned or vandalized in recent weeks. We saw, even here, what was going on during the beginning of the scamdemic, what they did to the churches, not allowing any of them to be open, arresting people if they did go to church, arresting pastors for having services. One that comes to my mind immediately is Pastor Tony Spell in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Was arrested and tried, found guilty of conducting church, which is not illegal. I hope that man sues these people out their ass. I really hope he does. I spoke to him personally, not in person, but over the phone. I was able to get a hold of him. Still have his number. Need to call him and see how he's doing. But yeah, I mean, that was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But that man came out of it stronger. He is a fighter, let me tell you. At any rate, it's coming. It's all going to happen again here. And when it does, it's going to be a lot worse than it was before. So get yourselves ready, folks. Because I'm telling you, we've got way more than a bumpy ride ahead of us. I've been telling people that for quite some time. And it's true. I mean, get everything ready. Because it's not going to be long. There won't be any city or even a small town likely that will be safe to be in. Only rural communities will be reasonably safe. And eventually, we're really going to have to do a lot to defend those. Because it won't be long before the people in the cities are going to get so desperate, they're going to figure out eventually they have to leave. And when they do, be ready to defend your property and your family. That's all I have to say. And I really would recommend buying some camouflage clothing. As much of it as you can. You're going to have to make yourself as invisible as possible. And that's a good way to do it. Wish.com has really good stuff where that's concerned. I recommend them. Pray, folks. That's all I can tell you. Pray. At least 3 times a day or more. All throughout the day. Be praying for God to intervene. Because it's getting bad everywhere. And it's going to get really bad here again. Don't think it won't. And it may not be very long. May not be very long at all. Till next time, Mr. Sick of Shit, signing out.